in there, especially them. But Empire going a different direction. The Medusa gyrocopter ban. And again, we were just having that discussion of sorts at the end of the first game, but the whole ancient gold nerf by 10%, again, it's on paper, it may not seem a lot, but for how many ancients they do with all the stacks, it adds up, most certainly, in the early, all the way throughout the game even, so. But again, I'm not saying those heroes all of a sudden are dying off, just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, it definitely adds up. I mean, like, after 5 camps, you got 50% less gold pretty much, and so it's, well, actually, no, that's not accurate. No, my bad. That was some NA math leaking in. It's late for me. But, I love nerfs like that because it's nothing that dramatically shifts how a hero feels or how a hero plays or how your strategy plays out. It's just something that it lowers the effectiveness of a certain strategy, but just barely enough that it's still viable, but it's not as good as it used to be.
Was that yet again received? Can't forget it's 3 seconds long. 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 Can't forget it's 3 seconds long.
Tiny, it's great, but Brewmaster's a pretty tanky hero in his right, and so if he survives that avalanche toss combo, you need to make sure that he does not get that primal split off, and there will be 0.25 seconds less of stun on Boulder Smash,
it's
but
great.
Geomagnetic Grip silence is still just as strong as it was. If he survives that avalanche toss combo, you need to make sure that he does not get that primal. People, it's like one of those stop last hitting spells. Static Link is one of those stop last hitting spells. Drunken Haze is one of those stop last hitting spells. And so I was just like, just let people lane, please. Stop trying to make it. Yeah, exactly.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
You could rush in red alerts? I never played Red Alert competitively. My thing was the complete opposite of a rush. I would basically, like, I would send the CPU as low a level as possible, and then for 40 minutes I would just, like, build mammoth tanks and stuff like that, and, like, farm gems. Yeah, and Tesla coils, and then I would just, like, go for, like, an atomic push at the very end against this level 1 CPU that has, like, a construction yard, and that's it. And so, yeah, I can't say I'm too knowledgeable on the competitive aspect of Red Alert, but I would love to see a push strat. That would be very interesting.
10 seconds remaining. 5
Yeah, it's possible that they want to pick an offlaner that would not do well against Racer, and so they have to pick their offlaner before Vega Squadron picks their 10th hero, and so Darkseer is picked, and Racer does do pretty good against Darkseer because the unstable current now will purge off Surge, and so if you static link him and you start walking next to Darkseer, and then he has to wait to Surge until your unstable current procs, so now I guess banning out the Viper is one way to ensure that Razor goes mid. Vega Squadrons may still pick another mid hero, like DK. Oh yeah, I purchased off Ion Shell as well. Good point. Yeah. The thing is that you can't control unstable current. It's 100% random. It doesn't matter like how close you are to a unit or how low HP a unit is. And so if you put it on a creep wave, you have to get lucky that it'll proc. Unless if like the creep is standing on like the very edge of the wave, then you can just barely get into range, but that's not reliable. But yeah, I think that's part of the reason why they banned out Viper, and I think Vega Squadron make a good response going for a DK. It's a good matchup against Queen of Pain mid, and you allow this Razor to go up against the Darkseer.
Yeah, they were very confident with that Dragon Knight pick, so being going to be playing it here. And Palantimos, you know, we've talked about the theme of Vega's lineups. At least.
Played anti-mage, he played Lycan.
Of former players and the Razor.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was hoping for at the end of the last game. I was like, I mean Palantimos is obviously a very skilled farmer, and it's great to have a player on your team that can do that, especially when you're trying to figure out what they're capable of. But you need to be very flexible in this patch to like heroes like Medusa are great, but heroes like Razor are also great, and so you need to have a concerted strategy in mind. You can't just like be like, okay, well you're a late game player, let's just build around you. You have to like that's been EG's problem for the longest time, because like Arteezy is a fantastic carry player, and you almost feel like you're like clipping his wings by putting him on these like Venomancers and Razors and heroes like that are just like, you know, not really, you can't really farm out of control on those heroes, but that's what it takes to win. So you pick it and then you get wins, because Dota's not about having fun, it's about getting the W.
That's a theme to live by for playing Dota, man. Don't worry about having fun. That ain't gonna happen. You're here to win, damn it. No, it's obviously, yeah, in these competitive format, definitely. Talked about how big of a deal it is. The IS region qualifiers. That minor spot is on the line. So Empire up 1-0. And the dire side now, game number 2, Bounty Room.
Invasion.
Gonna walk up here. They're gonna take it, aren't they? So it's gonna be a 3-for-1 actually, in favor of Vega Squadron. Feels like that's not necessarily like the biggest deal though. It's, you know, we'll see teams like that, like FN's like, I don't care. You know what? Take the rune. I'm gonna go mid. It's a nice, you know, nice burst of gold early on, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. If Gostic was able to get it on this Darkseer, that would have been nice, but yeah, he's not going to. And I'm curious to see how this lane will play out. I'm curious to see how Palantimos... Yeah, so he takes Unstable Current in 1, immediately purges off one of the Ion Shells, because it was the frontline creep, and then he gets the second one. So this is the power of the lane.
Yeah, that's... Darkseer really... And I mean, these are experienced players, smart players, not trying to suggest this necessarily, but... Could they have maybe forgotten about that? Like, didn't think about that in the fullest? Because it seems pretty strong.
Yeah, it's subtle. Like, one of the things that people were very concerned about back in the day is that when Oracle was good, because Oracle was a huge counterpick against Darkseer, because you just put that Fortune's End on whatever creep he's using, you can Fortune's End him whenever he surges, and it's a purge. And offensive purges are hard to come by in this game, but Razor has one, And now you're seeing the power of it. Jakiro doesn't even need to help this Razor at all, and a lot of times in a 1v1 situation, Darkseer almost always comes out on top, but not going to be the case in this lane.
And it's not like Darkseer is just a popular meta here right now either. He's definitely not an offlaner we see really at all in recent patches, but again, they're going for a hero, so we'll see how Gostic ultimately is able to perform with said hero, but laning phase not going to be as liked, I'm sure. But pause coming out. We got the top lane though, Brewmaster, Jakiro. Aggressive dual lane. They're going up against the Tiny Bane up here.
So you see as Drunken Haze right now.
True.
That is exactly one 7.07D's worth of cooldown on Drunken Haze right there.
Wait. If this was yesterday, if this was 24 hours ago,
Silent would get this. He wouldn't have gotten that last hit right now that he's about to go for. He just wouldn't have been able to do it.
It's these small, what you think to be small changes. Props to Ice Frog. He's the only one that does balance for Valve. All the credit.
You say that almost sarcastically.
No, not at all. No. He is a one-man team.
I mean, I look at other games balance. Like I play fighting games, but I also pay attention to other games, like just their balance changes in general, just because I find it very interesting. I love reading a good changelog, and I've been paying attention to Overwatch because that Overwatch esports thing, maybe it might become a thing. I mean, they're definitely trying to make it a thing, but like Overwatch's balance is very weird. It's the same balance strategy as nearly every other game, which is whenever a character, a hero, a champion, whatever the case is good, then you need to stop making it be good at that thing. And everyone's famed acclaim for Ice Frog is that he will let a hero continue being good at what they're good at, but he will nerf other aspects of the hero. In this case, Morphling can still shotgun people extremely easily, but you get punished now because you can't, if you're sitting around at max agi, you may get blown up before you can shotgun someone else, and that's the kind of balance that has allowed Dota to withstand the test of time, in my opinion.
So there's that perspective, but there's also, in my opinion, and I'm not saying this is bad necessarily, but Dota also has a history of they'll let those heroes be what they're good at, but then they'll buff other heroes around it as well, and everyone's
there's a power creep for sure. Yeah,
exactly. So, all right, but game is back. They're going top lane. Jakiro in trouble. He's definitely dead here. That's gonna be first blood. He's like, all right.